Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your monthly overall reading, astrology and tarot for the month of June 2020. I hope you guys are doing great out there. It is always wonderful to see you back at the channel. If this is a first time coming by, thank you so much for stopping by and joining me. And if it's a new or returning subscriber, I'm so grateful that you have already joined the Dragon family, and if you haven't yet done so, do hit that subscribe button and go ahead and get connected with us. Also, do give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. All right, Gemini, so as always, we have a first few quick notes, as I do on any reading. So if you've seen this little spiel before, just go ahead and you can shuffle through. But this is a general reading. It is not going to resonate with every Gemini out there. So if this is, resonating with you, the messages feel right, then it is meant for you. If it does not, kick it on out to another Gemini out there, or just revisit this reading in a week or so. It may make more sense after you have time to let it sort of settle in there. So this will mostly be corresponding with Gemini's Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Gemini cross-watchers are welcome to join in as well. If you're interested in a personal reading, want information on any of the card decks that I use in my readings, or interested in leaving a little donation on through the channel, all that information links are in the description box, guys. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give you first a few quick notes about your astrology. There is so much going on, guys, for Gemini in the planets throughout the month of June. It's very high powered. I have a ton of little notes written down on the chart that I'm reading from for the month. So I'm just going to give you the main highlights, the main things that are coming up. For you, Gemini, the big energy that's coming up this month is going to be Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer. Mercury is your ruling planet. We get about 3 Mercury retrogrades every year. They usually last about 3 to 4 weeks. And they are generally known for messing with our communication. Miscommunications happen quite a lot. Things go missing, and then they, return again after the retrograde. Many times you'll get communication from people you haven't heard from. Exes will pop back up. Sometimes our electronic devices or machinery in general tend to break down or have issues. Not a great time to make big purchases during the Mercury retrograde. That will be coming up on June 18th. And it will end on July 12th. I will be doing a special video as we get closer to the Mercury retrograde, just to give everybody the heads up and do a little general read for that. The other thing that, of course, Gemini is very big for you is the planet Venus. Our planet of love, romance, and relationships is moving through your sign, and it is on a long trajectory through Gemini. It started in there on April 4th, I believe, is the first day that Venus went into Gemini. It's not going to leave there until August 8th. It is currently in retrograde, and it is in your sign. That's why it's a big deal. This is going through your universal first house in your astrology chart. So you're all feeling it very strongly in your realm of identity and who you are. Your relationships are a big, big deal right now, Gemini, needless to say. And Venus will leave retrograde motion on June 25th. So it will be closer to the end of June, but we are getting out of that retrograde. Use this month to really work on communication in your relationships. Say what you mean what you say, rethink, review, go back through the motions, of your relationship life and see what it is that really needs to be made more clear and really worked so that it can go forward in a more successful way. We do have big eclipse season coming up where we have a full moon, lunar eclipse on Friday, June 5th, and that is in the 15 degrees of Sagittarius. That is opposite of your sign, Gemini. So it's going to be a big month. We have a big summer solstice weekend on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st. Summer solstice is on Saturday 20th with the sun moving into Cancer and leaving your sign. And also the very next day, new moon, solar eclipse in the sign of Cancer, guys. It's huge energy moving forward. Also want to point out, Mars will be moving into Aries at the last part of the month on the 27th. That's going to be a great boost to your personal energy because right now you are being squared by Mars. It's in Pisces. Pisces is not the easiest energy for you. You're going to feel a lot more sleepy, lethargic. Don't be surprised, Gemini, if you're going, why is my energy so low this month? There's a reason for that. Actually, everybody's energy will be a little bit at a lower ebb because Pisces is a sleepier, dreamier, more just passive energy. And when Mars is moving through Pisces, that's our direct motion. And it's kind of like, I don't know where I'm going, just swimming with the flow. So when it goes into Aries on the 27th of June, we will have kind of a wake-up call that we will all get, and it will be so much better for you, Gemini, because it will get out of that square energy and go into a sextile, which is so much more beneficial for you personally. So let's go ahead and we'll dig into your cards. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of oracle for the beginning because this is a very energetic month indeed. I'm going to start out with a major arcana to represent your energy for the month, and we will go from there. Dear angels, divine spirits, guidance and light, ancestors, guardians, helpers and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Gemini as we go through their tarot reading for the month of June 2020. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Oh, Gemini, this is going to be a powerful month for you. I'm going to have to say, there is your card, the Lovers. The Lovers card is the Gemini card. Venus is in Gemini, so I'm telling you, this is very strong. This transit of Venus through your sign this year, it's no joke. It's really truly meant to be not just for you, but for everybody. We are really being guided by the universe, by the planetary forces to really get clear and close on our personal connections. It doesn't matter. And I did post, actually, I've started doing love and romance readings. So if you haven't seen that yet, just check down in my videos because I did a video all about the Venus Gemini retrograde. Absolutely check that out for yourself, Gemini, because it has a lot of messages in there for you. It's a big connection point, and it's so important. You are a very, very highlighted sign this year. And really, it's all about communication. The Lovers, obviously is about romance. It's about our commitments. It's about, our interactions in that romantic sphere, but it's really so much about the way the mind works and how we communicate, because the Lovers is the Gemini energy card of the tarot. Also, guys, just want to give a huge, huge happy birthday to all my Geminis out there. You guys are so awesome. I love seeing you all. I've gotten to know a great many of you better through this channel, and I'm so grateful for your energy and for your contribution to this whole space. It's been wonderful. So now I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle just to get some guiding energies, to see who will be helping to guide you through this month of June here. Okay, ooh, so we actually have, instead of actually like any, particular spiritual beings, what we have are forces and energies and very, very strong guiding paths that you have to follow. Look at this. So the first one is the moon. This is guiding you. This full moon is going to be a big deal. It is the Sagittarius full moon on June the 5th. That comes with a lunar eclipse. We are going to be going into a series of eclipse patterns, just like we have the Sagittarius full moon, lunar eclipse, then we have the solar eclipse on the 21st. So these patterns are very important for you. I always do full moon readings, guys, so definitely check those out. I will have those posted up, on or around a little bit before June the 5th. Take note of the intuitive messages that are coming through with any of these moon cycles. That is a huge guiding force for you. Also be aware, Gemini, of your own you know, personal ups and downs, because the moon can be kind of moody, right? It's, you know, it's a little bit of those ebbs and flows. Also, your sign, you know, not your sign, but your planet, Mercury, is in that sign of Cancer, and Cancer is all about being ruled by the moon, right? So it's very, very connected to you. And that Mercury retrograde is also, of course, going to be, you know, Mercury and Cancer going backwards. So there's going to be a lot of interior intuitive work that you do. The next one that comes out guiding you this month is the drum card, which is to dream and journey. Now, if any of you have ever been in a drum circle, this is going to have even more significance. You might recall it. You might go back to say, oh yeah, I remember that experience. To me, the drum, of course, is the sacred heartbeat. So, you know, it's like pay attention to the needs of the heart. Beautiful kind of connection here with the intuition of the moon, the heartbeat of the drum, connecting with the lovers. You're really getting in touch with yourself this month. And dreams are important. Write them down. Write down in a journal, you know, what it is coming up in the subconscious mind. Even if you're not like a super big vivid dreamer, it's like the more that you might write down even a sense perception from what you get in your dreams, the more clear they will actually start to get over time. So let's pull from the Black Moon Astrology Oracle. We're going to check and see what realms you are being guided through this month, Gemini. Okay, ooh, so Gemini, check it out. You've got the Grand Trine coming through for you. And the Grand Trine is when we have 3 planets all in, you know, like signs lining up to create a trine pattern. This is usually a very free-flowing, very powerful, harmonious kind of flow. So the feeling that I get is there will be a lot of things that sort of start lining up and aligning and making more sense to you at this time. You're going to go, aha, I get it. I'm seeing things all connecting and coming full circle. Then the next card we have is the South Node, which is life stats. The South Node point in the astrology chart does look like this little, this kind of almost like a U upside down, right? It looks like a cup that has, you know, that's what's filled. It's from your past life experiences, karma accrued, whether in this life or another. And so this is something where you're really working through releasing some old baggage, releasing some old pain, things that have needed to be let go of. You really are coming full circle here. So use your intuition yet again, Gemini, because this is all about things that are being let go of the subconscious. Many times those South Node energies, we're not very, you know, consciously aware of them. They're things that are kind of underlying in our soul, and it's like, yes, I know I need to let that go. I know it's a blockage. Many times the South Node is the things in our own personalities that hold us back from really embracing our full potential in this lifetime. And also, you know, it's like it keeps us from being as happy as we could be, as fulfilled as we could be. When we understand where that South Node sits, it really reveals quite a lot to us. And currently, you know, our South Node is just right inside a Capricorn. So there is some heavy karmic releasing, guys, going on for everybody, not just you, but everyone's feeling that. So let's pull a spirit animal card. Let's see what animal energy is going to be attending you through this month of June. And I hear that candle crackling away. It's like, there's going to be something interesting come out of this deck, I think. And it is, look at that, the frog spirit, clear out the clutter. That really goes hand in hand with that South Node. Just like I was saying, this is about releasing old baggage, releasing old, you know, karma. Sometimes this can literally be like decluttering your house, detoxifying your mind, your body, your spirit. Drink more water, eat more pure foods, you know, get rid of all the junk, anything that just needs to be released. The frog lives both in the water and on the land. So this is as well the balance of that earthy, practical logic along with the water of intuition, guys. So very beautiful. Now I'm going to pull you a crystal For the month, we're going to see what gemstone and chakra are coming up to be worked with. And look at that! Oh, one of my favorites. I'm actually wearing this bracelet as a tiger eye beaded bracelet. I love tiger eye. It's always been a favorite of mine, and that is what comes up for you. It is a solar plexus chakra stone. Wonderful for rebuilding self-esteem, for confidence, you know, feeling better about yourself if you felt beat down or, you know, negative in any way about where your life is headed. This one I would also say is great paired up with the citrine. The citrine is a very beautiful solar plexus stone as well. So, you know, tiger eye and citrine together. Also, your keyword here is animals. So connecting to the animal kingdom, there your frog came up, right? For any of my Geminis out there that may have a cat, I'm just feeling that because of the tiger eye. That may be really, really a strong connection for you, but really any pets, any animals, even if you go out in nature and connect, you know, with the birds or the animals that you see there, that's going to be very strong this month. So we're going to move Mr. Dragon on over, and I think what's very interesting is on the pre-shuffle that I did, we did get that Lovers card coming up on the top, so that doubled up on us again. So let's dig into the tarot. We're going to do a full spread. I'm going to do, you know, the initial spread with this, the vice versa, and I'm going to be clarifying with the regular Rider-Waite, and I'm just going to see what we've got here for you, Gemini. What is Spirit going to tell us about your story for the month? Nice, okay. Beautiful energy there, Gemini. So let's get into this. The card here at the center of your spread is the Knight of Pentacles. To me, this is a beautiful kind of slow and steady wins the race energy. So don't rush, don't push the river, don't go faster than you know, should or really feel like. You know, if you're making slow but steady progress, that is still progress. And the best thing about the Knight of Pentacles is that he has the greatest chance of success of all four of the knights in the tarot. He has the best chance of making it to the finish line. So do not give up. Be persistent. There, you know, from the night to the day, he's going to be journeying. So that is you right now. As we go into this energy of June. So yes, a very, very strong message there of, you know, persisting in your journey and not giving up on your dreams, Gemini. And there we go. You're journeying towards some really new beginnings here with that Page of Wands. There's a lot of things that are coming full circle. Venus moving direct in your sign later this month. That is a big change of energy. You know, Mercury going retrograde gives you a chance to kind of revisit what you need to rethink and rework. So this is a great combination of energy coming through for you. And interestingly enough, you do have the Page of Wands as well in the immediate past. So to me, you know, the new energy that you're feeling right now, it's not completely a surprise to you because you're kind of going, yeah, I already started something new. I already have been thinking about this. And I love from the, you know, in this card, in the back, look at that, you know, this came from the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the brand new journey that you're starting on. So let's clarify that for you. And look at that, yes, because I think what it is, Gemini, in the past, when it came to these new beginnings and the desire for, you know, renewal and something going forward, you were a little more passive. You're kind of like, well, I've got to just wait till something comes to me before I can get going. But now, I think you're more willing to start going. And you're saying, you know what, even if it's going to be slow progress, I want to start going anyway. I'm not going to worry about waiting for other people to come along or join me necessarily. You know, if they come, they come, but it's not, you know, it's not going to determine whether or not I go forward, because that Page of Wands is a very strong energy for you right now. And to me, that's just something that, this could have been something that really started kind of in the spring, kind of in the season of Aries, like around April. And it's just gaining a little more momentum now at this time. Going ahead in the immediate future, there we have old Sneaky. Old Sneaky Sneak, running around, stealing the swords, not telling you what he's doing. Yeah, sneakiest guy of the tarot, y'all. So this is saying be very honest, be very upfront with your own speech, with your own mind. Don't be, you know, hiding anything. Don't let anything go unsaid. If you need to say it, you need to say it. Also, of course, this is many times just guarding us against anybody who would be deceitful, underhanded, you know, not for our best good. So just keep an eye out, Gemini, not to make you paranoid, not to make you live in any sort of energy of fear. This is just a heads up. You know, the way I feel about especially the projected future is that it's there so that we can change it if we want to, right? We always have the power of free will. Nothing is carved in stone with tarot. So it's really just saying, you know, keep a heads up. Don't let anybody in your circle in that you haven't really vetted. Make sure that they're on the up and up, because you want good, honest people around you going forward. Yeah, because again, look at this. The Magician is there. Gemini, you're in such a new stage of rebirth, renewal, using your own power to create something new. And it's interesting because, you know, the Sword's energy is air energy, so it is connected to your sign. So it's really saying, you know, don't do anything that you don't want to live with for the long term. Don't do anything that just, you go, I just can't stand this. I can't live with it anymore, right? You know, it's like, look at the back, right? The back, there's the skull laying there on the ground. It's kind of like the wages of sin is death kind of feeling there. You know, you don't want to get into anything consciously or subconsciously that you're not going to be happy about later, because this is a time of renewal. It's a time of power. The Magician is Gemini energy. It's Gemini and Virgo. This is your Mercury energy. So I think this Mercury retrograde coming up is going to be very powerful for you, for one thing, you know, pointing down to the earth, the balance of the earth and the heavens coming together. You know, this is a time for inspiration from both your practical experience and from the divine. So very beautiful card, and really helps to overcome some of that nastiness from the Seven of Swords there. On the subconscious, what you're focused on, we do have that Queen of Cups. So you are doing some intuitive work. You know, that Moon card came up. This is very strong Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You know, so this is a time of healing. Part of you is really having a hard time completely revealing your feelings, completely opening that up. That Queen of Cups always keeps, sorry, I get a little choke in my throat there. But that Queen of Cups always keeps that lid on the cup, so she doesn't always reveal everything that she's feeling. She doesn't always show it right away, but to me it's like, you know, she has spiritual and emotional discernment. Just don't let that turn into you stuffing your feelings away. And again, there is such a theme of renewal and rebirth running through this reading, Gemini, because look at that. We have that Two of Wands, we had the Three of Wands, Two of Wands, Page of Wands came out twice. So this is like huge for that fire energy. You could even be, you know, working with or dealing with, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign type person, or you could have fire in your chart. But to me, this is opening up new potentials. This is what you're really mulling over emotionally. It's like, you know, I want this new emotional rebirth. I want this new, you know, regeneration to come about in my soul and in my heart. And you're just kind of thinking about how you can bring that about, because right now, you know, the divine crowning the spread message from Spirit is the Five of Pentacles, guys. So, you know, there's a feeling of being cut off from source. There's a feeling of being left out in the cold, potentially even with a soulmate or partner, because look at that, you know, there's two people involved here always with this card. And, you know, many times if this is you feeling cut off from a soulmate or a partner that you really miss, or a friend even, you know, both of them are feeling it. Both of them are feeling it. And it's just a matter of, you know, going back around a different way, finding a different way to reconnect. But here, Venus is in retrograde in your sign most of this month, Gemini. So it's all about getting back in touch, reaching out, communicating what you've got on your mind and on your heart. Very, very important. So let's get a clarifier on that. Yes. There is going to be some kind of rebirth around this. This is Scorpio energy, Pluto energy from the Judgment card. That's the rebirth and the renewal, you know, because a lot of you have really been going through some major disappointments, major death cycles where things have really been, you know, have fallen away, have not gone the way that you've hoped. And that Judgment card is all about, you know, rising from the dead, the complete rebirth and regeneration, finding that connection to source again, feeling better about, you know, being who you are. Whew. So let's get some advice. Let's pull some more up along the side and see what comes up for you, Gemini. Wow. Okay. Goodness. Okay, Gemini. So there is, I will tell you right off the bat, you know I don't sugarcoat my readings. You know I always tell it like it is, but there is some conflict kind of energy here. There's a real balance that's happening. Suggested approach is the Temperance card. So, you know, this is a beautiful card. It's really, for me personally, it's been coming through a lot in my own readings for myself and readings I've watched of other readers that I like on YouTube. So this has been, I've been reading even more, getting in deeper connection with this Temperance card now. And I love the background with the lion. I love these. They give us the two sides, the back and the front. I thought this deck is perfect for Gemini time because it gives us the two sides, right? The twins. What this tells me yet again, and this is not surprising, you had that moon card come up. This is the Sagittarius energy card. That full moon on June the 5th, it's a lunar eclipse and it's in the sign of Sagittarius. So this moon sign, no joke, this full moon is going to be a big deal to you guys. It's going to bring up a lot of culminations, a lot of energies. You know, this is the symbol of purity. The white is the purity. The red of the wings is our passion, our desires. So it's like, you know, we're trying to blend together those two things, purity of intent along with our passion and our desire for what it is that we're going towards. So, you know, tempering many times, you know, is to temper a sword to make the steel more resilient. Sometimes tempering means adding in, you know, other elements into the metal or into the mix to make it stronger in the long run. So Gemini, what I feel for you, suggested approach. It's like whatever it is that's difficult in your life, do your very best to, you know, blend those difficult elements to the point where it actually makes you stronger, that you've overcome them, rather than constantly feel like you're pushing against them. Because when you're in that energy of resistance, everything flows so much more difficult, right? It flows so easily when you don't resist it. It's that whole what you resist will persist. So the more you find yourself pushing against something you don't like, strangely enough, that's how we end up inviting a whole more of it in, right? So let's see what the clarifier is. This is powerful stuff. Yeah, because this is all about healing heartbreak. That's a big thing that I've been feeling, you know, from that Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. It's like there's something about heartbreak or disappointment that has really been eating at a lot of my Geminis out there. And I just feel for you guys because I know how hard, I know how much that can hurt. It can just be soul crushing and heart destroying. That's how it feels sometimes, right? And so here's those two cups though behind you that are still standing. So this is telling you that not all is lost. You know, you are still very strong in your own spirit. That's why that Temperance card is there. You have purity of intent, and you have passion, and you have desire. So what you need to know is, here's that 5. You got a lot of 5s so far. You got 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and there is a lot of challenge with this, right? You know, the 5 of Wands is conflict. You need to know that there is some friction going on here in your world. That is fire element. Yet again, there's a lot of fire, lots of fire element. So to me, this is a month of motivation, Gemini. You are going to be doing a lot. You're going to feel very active, maybe kind of restless. There could be some conflicts or arguments with people. Try not to take them too heavy, honestly, right now. Use it as a learning and growing experience, especially with, you know, this Venus retrograde in your sign going on. And look at that. Strength is overcoming the conflict. Yes, because you are learning how to connect deeper with spirit and calm that roaring lion within, calming the beast within, right? That's all what that card is about. Hopes and fears, we have the Chariot. So this to me is you truly desiring to have a better handle on your emotions, to have more wisdom around your emotions. This is the Cancer card. What a surprise. Moon energy coming through very strong again for us. You know, but you're moving forward. You're healing, you're growing. See, he holds that, I can't remember the name for it, but there's a specific name for that, you know, that's driving me crazy. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But you know, it's the snake. It's a medical symbol, actually. It's used for the medical profession. But it's a symbol of healing. And there, of course, the Sphinx is going forward in balance, and the path behind him falling away, because the past is gone when it's gone, and we're only standing on the path when we're standing on it. So don't fear, Gemini. Don't fear the changes. Don't fear the growth, because what this is really bringing to you is a better understanding of your emotions, a better, you know, ability to work with them instead of letting them, you know, control you. So look at that. We've got the World card on top of this. Some big cycles of completion are coming full circle this month for you, Gemini. And I love that on top of the Chariot, because the Chariot is Cancer. We end the month in the sign of Cancer. Outcome card, 5 of Swords. So we've got all of the 5s represented here. There is a lot of friction, but there's also a lot of growth and movement. The 5 of Swords many times to me indicates, you know, will you stand up and fight for a relationship, a job, a circumstance, or will you decide, I'm just done and I gotta walk away? So this is very much a choice that you will be going through this month, Gemini. You will be making some big decisions. I think you will have some big closure on some things, and a lot of new stuff is going to be brought to birth as well. Some things will be completely reborn. Others will be completely moved out of your way to make way for the new. Yes. And I mean, it's like, I almost don't want to laugh, but I mean, it's just like, it's so spot on. I mean, this, you know, with the 3 of Swords coming up here, to me, it's very clear. There's been some kind of heartbreak, some kind of disappointment. This is a choice to either stay and fight through that, or you can walk away from it, Gemini. You do not have to let somebody keep using your heart as a pincushion. And just like Ramblin' Mike, one of my favorite readers, Ramblin' Mike on the YouTube here, I'm gonna shake those swords. He says we're gonna do a little spiritual surgery, and he goes, out, out, out. Get out of Gemini's heart. Go check out Ramblin' Mike if you have not. He is a fun reader. He mostly does relationship reads, and he's great. You would really enjoy him, Gemini. He's an Aquarius, so, you know, y'all are those air signs. You can jam together. But yes, no more heartache for you, because this is what's really coming up as, you know, the focal point here. That is what, you know, you're leading towards, is that you are making the choice to not have your heart broken anymore, to not, you know, be the punching bag for someone. That is not your job, Gemini. And so on the bottom of these decks, we have the 6 of Cups coming up, so there is nostalgia, potential reconciliation, and the Seven of Cups. So lots of options, lots of emotional choices there, Gemini. You might even feel a little bit overwhelmed by some of the energies coming through, because June is a big month for us. It is coming through with a lot of energy. I'm blown away by the reads I've already done for this month coming up. I'm like, wow, we're heading into some interesting times here. So let's pull an affirmation from the Affirmators deck for you. Aw, I love it. Story of my life. And this one cracks me up, I gotta say, because my dad, he was born in the Chinese Year of the Snake. And so whenever I see a snake, it makes me think of him. And he always wore that little ball cap. He always wore a little hat. And him bringing the flowers is just, it's something he would do. So that is such a cute connection for y'all. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. All right, Gemini, this was a really powerful reading. I think there's going to be a lot of shift, a lot of changes coming up for you in June. Y'all that are ready to celebrate a birthday or already have, big happy birthday to my Gemini family out there, and I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.